Hello everyone, welcome back to Step 4. I'm Vedahi Batra and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here. Whether you are here to learn, explore, or get inspired, you are in the right place. In this video, we are diving into an exciting journey with Flutter. We'll learn how to install Flutter in your device and set up its environment. I'll guide you step by step on configuring Android Studio, especially for Flutter development. And by the end of this video, you will know how to create your very first Flutter project and even set up virtual device to bring your app to life. So let's get started and forge ahead together. Firstly, search for Flutter SDK. Go to the first link and click for Windows if you're installing for Windows, else according to your needs. Now choose Android Studio as we are making an app. Here are the hardware requirements on the screen. You need this to install Flutter. Now this is the installation document on official website of Flutter. You can read it as well. So now let's come back to downloading. Click on download and install, then download the zip file. Side by side, let's download Android Studio as well. Search for Android Studio. Click on download Android Studio. Accept terms and conditions. Now both Flutter and Android Studio are getting downloaded. While we wait, here's a quick tip. If you're more comfortable with Visual Studio Code, you can download and use it for your Flutter development. However, keep in mind that Android Studio is a must-have because it's essential for setup Android SDK configuration and configuring visual devices, ensuring smooth integration with Flutter. Now both have been installed. Let's unzip Flutter SDK to the D drive as I have space in D drive. I'm making a new folder with the name of Flutter in it. Now here's the Flutter folder. Here on the path, write cmd to open the terminal. For this path, write command Flutter. As you can see, Flutter is not recognized over here. Now inside it, go to the bin folder and again write cmd in the path and write command Flutter. Now this means Flutter has been installed successfully, but it is not installed globally. For that, copy the path of the bin and now search for the environmental variable. Click on it, select the path and click on the edit. Here click on the new and add the copied path and click on OK to save and then again OK. Now again write cmd in the Flutter folder and write commands Flutter. And now it has been set globally. Now after this, write command Flutter doctor to check if the requirements for the installing Flutter has been successfully done or not. Now as you can see, Android Studio is not installed yet. So now let's install Android Studio. Just do next and next. Here, browse it to the D drive and make another folder with name and Android and install Android Studio in it. Now again search for Flutter Doctor to check if installations are done correctly. It is asking to install Visual Studio 2022, which is not really required. You can click on that link and check. So we will skip this part. You can install these plugins by searching that Flutter and Dart. Might be you will be getting further issues in Flutter Doctor as I am reinstalling it. That's the reason I'm not getting any other issues. So for that, go to the three dots and click on the SDK manager and then SDK tools. Click on Android Studio builds tools and Android Studio SDK command line tools and install these two. You might be getting issue with Android license as well. You can simply write this command which is on my screen for that and issues will resolve. Now let's create a first project. For that, in the D drive, I'm making a folder with the name of Flutter projects. Inside this folder, write cmd in the path and write command flutter create and the name of the project. Now my app has been created. Check into the folder. Inside the lib folder, we have main.dart. Now let's open this folder in Android Studio. Let's open device manager and Android Studio, which is on the right. Click on the create a virtual device on the plus icon, select hardware, and install software for your device. I'm choosing vanilla ice cream. Click on next, then finish. Now on the right side you see a play button. Click on it. Here is your emulator. Open file main.dart and start your code by clicking here. It will take a while. Now here's your by default project in Flutter. Now let's try this in Visual Studio Code as well. Open folder my app. Install these two plugins in Visual Studio Code, Dart and Flutter from here, as they provide you ease in the code. It will give you options and the short forms when you are writing. In the bottom right, you can see Windows. Click on it and select the device you just have created. Here select the main.dart in the lib folder and select run without debug. And now here's your Flutter project. Thank you so much for watching this video.